Ed Balls has made another huge mistake on live TV, and now his tenure on Good Morning Britain is starting to shake. The GMB presenter, 59, held a ministerial position in Gordon Brown's Labour government from 2007 until 2010 and only left his political career behind in 2015, when he was unseated in the general election. But former Labour MP Ed is still married to his Labour minister wife Yvette Cooper, who is currently serving as Sir Keir Starmer's Foreign Secretary. It's fair to say the conflict of interest hasn't been lost on viewers, with many calling the former Labour minister's position on the show into question. Over recent weeks, the scrutiny has only intensified after politicians called out his bias as he grilled them about the biggest issues facing the country on the breakfast programme. The most recent example of this was when Green Party leader Zach Polanski called out his bias live on air last month, but this week the show sunk to a new low. On Tuesday morning, May 12, the former Strictly star returned to the airwaves alongside his co-host Susanna Reid as they grilled Labour ministers about Starmer's future in number 10. It didn't take long before viewers were calling out the presenter's awkward position on the show, remaining notably silent throughout several interviews on today's show. This left most of the journalistic work to veteran broadcaster Reid, who grilled Labour Minister Darren Jones about Starmer's future in Downing Street. Although he appeared to be disparaging his own party in some of his comments, others were quick to call out his wife's connection to the party throughout the 4-hour show. With the political climate in such an unstable state and calls for Keir Starmer to resign from office, Brits need a strong, unbiased presenter to hold politicians accountable. It is clear to me that it is time for Ed to leave the show for good, or at least transition over to a show which owns and celebrates the political alignment like GB News and Talk TV. ITV is in desperate need of a new TV anchor on The Breakfast Show, someone who can confidently hold politicians and people in power accountable for their actions. Personally, I believe that they haven't been able to achieve this since Piers Morgan sensationally stormed Offset back in 2021. Love him or hate him, Morgan is well trained in his craft and doesn't shy away from asking the tough questions on air, and that's something we desperately need during this constantly changing political climate. Viewers need to feel confident that presenters will challenge guests on the show in ways that we wouldn't otherwise see. Someone who would be a brilliant fit on the show would be another long-serving presenter like Jeremy Vine or Tom Bradby. They have a portfolio of trustworthy coverage throughout their career and don't have any previous political affiliation like Ed. Either way, it's clear that it's not just the Labour Party that is in need of a major shake-up if the show wants to remain on the airwaves.